babies on the bed.
Are we on mute?
Right, YouTube should be on mute now.
I'm a jam monster. I'm always a cheese monster.
Emma, YouTube should be on mute now.
I was not saying anything.
Yeah, I'm just waiting on it loading.
Thank you.
There's no mute button.
I'm always a cheese monster. I was not saying
I'm gonna have to shut YouTube down.
anything.
Yeah, I'm just waiting on it loading.
Thank you.
All right, Bravo. I'm sorry, I've had to shut down YouTube, so my screen was not what you were seeing, so I've had to shut it down. I couldn't find the mute button.
Okay, that's fine. Let's get going then.
I can hear.
I can hear just about.
Hello.
We can start now, Claire.
But the screen's not gonna work. Hello.
Hello and welcome to Oklahoma Nature Kindergarten. Should we say hello?
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to you all. This is our little room called The Nest, and I'm with a few friends here this morning. Do you want to say hello? How are you? Do you want to say anything to your friends? What do you want to say? Good morning, everybody. It's really good to see you here. Today we're going to be having a lot of fun because we're carrying on our inquiry all around flying. So welcome to those people who are watching us on YouTube live, and welcome to friends who are watching this recorded. One of the things I'd love you to do is to comment in the YouTube channel, and we'll be able to get back to you and say hello and how are you. We're going to be sharing some films that you've been sharing with us in just a moment. It remains for me to say that this is all about having a go. It's all about curiosity. It's all about the inquiry. And we're going to be thinking today about helicopters. So yesterday, we challenged ourselves to think a little bit about parachutes. So let's have a little look and see what some of our friends were up to. Over to you, Bravo. Let's have a look at this.
Oh.
He's better than all the other ones to fly.
Because that can let the air out so it can fly.
Cosima, how many strings did you need?
4. Tying my parachute up.
Fabulous. Well, fabulous. We have Duncan here again today, who was part of that team, and he did really, really well thinking about the holes in the parachute cover. And then we had other people who tried to get up very high, so they went up the top of the stairs, they tried to climb trees. So we've worked out that it's really important to be able to get higher up to give yourself enough elevation for those parachutes to come down. So when we're going to think about today's inquiry, the film we're going to watch is going to be about a different kind of movement. So it's not a parachute that's going to come down. What might it be that a helicopter does? What movement is that? That movement. So we're going to spin our way off, and let's have a little look at today's inquiry film. Ready? Let's have a look.
Hello and welcome to our second film, where we're going to be exploring some of our thinking and also moving forward to thinking about things that we want to do when we're playing. Let's think about some of those photographs. Well, we've been exploring parachutes and we were inspired by the parachute seed on a dandelion. So we've been looking at all sorts of different fabrics, different types of cloth to make our parachutes. We've been measuring string. We've been thinking about the weight of the little person or the dinosaur or the figure that goes on the bottom of the parachute. Thinking about words that are about heavy and things being light. We've had to try and get ourselves up high, and we've done that in a variety of different ways, from climbing a tree to coming out of a window to climbing up on a gate, to give ourselves that sense of elevation. And sometimes people in our house have helped us by throwing up our parachute with a lot of power and energy. Some of us have decorated our parachutes to say thank you to the National Health Service or to draw favourite characters that we have. Some of us decided to go for a walk and find those dandelions so that we could blow off the seeds. We looked very much at things being around us, and Coralie and Orla were very clever when they spotted a flying bumblebee who landed on the purple flowers in their garden. One of the things that's amazing is just to look at the variety of leaves in your forest, to look at the variety of leaves in your garden, because we can find giant leaves that are bigger than our head, right the way down to little tiny leaves that are no bigger than our thumbnail. We've been writing in our memory books. We've been talking about how helicopters are cool and how they spin when they go down. We've been talking about what power is and how planes take off. We've been talking about how amazing it is that birds can fly around so easily with their amazing wings. We even spotted a flying puppy on the back of a raisin box. People have been asking if we can make paper aeroplanes and helicopters. People have been asking if we can use engines with powers and batteries. We've been making plans. So this is a drawing of a parachute by Aaron. He's also drawn a balloon, and he even wrote down that his string that he cut was 89 centimeters because he loves using a measuring tape. So in our talking tub today, one of the things I'd like us to think about is trying to answer the challenge about how it is that some seeds go straight down. So in the autumn time, we have conkers, horse chestnut seeds, and they're very heavy and they fall straight down onto the forest floor. But others twist and turn and spin, and they're called helicopter seeds. Now, a helicopter seed is a whole variety of different designs, and this is one of them. So it has these two bits that come out of the seed that help it move away from the tree that it came from, and that means it gets more sunlight. We can look at trees like this. So this has got a green leaf, and it's got a different shape of helicopter seed. When we look closely, we can see that there is a lighter part of the seed, which is a bit like a wing, and then there's a more solid part of a seed that holds it together at the top. When you find these seeds from trees like sycamores and maple trees, you can spin them and they will go off and act as if they are a giant helicopter flying across the grass. When they die in the autumn time and you find them on the forest floor, what you can find is that you can get a beautiful insight into what's inside the green bit. This looks like a skeleton, and it is in fact the thing that holds out the wing of the seed. If you love engineering, then perhaps today you're going to make your helicopter out of Meccano. Perhaps you really enjoy Lego, and so you're going to look at your Lego system and how you can take that outside and play with it in the garden to see where your helicopter is going to land. Where is it going to fly to on its journey? In real helicopters like this, it's been engineered. It's got an engine to give it up thrust, to give it lift. It's got four aspects, four arms that help it go up. If you're somebody who enjoys following instructions, then you might decide to do something like this, where you cut out and make a helicopter just by cutting on a piece of paper. but we're about inquiry learning. So for us, it's not just about making one way of doing it. It's about many ways of making it. So we might decide not to just have 2 bits on our paper helicopter, but we might decide to cut it so it has 6 bits, like you can see in the photograph at the top, or 10 or 20. So it's all about experimentation in our engineering project. You might decide that you want to get together things for paper helicopters, in which case you need some old paper, you're going to need your tape, and you're going to need some scissors. If you decide you want to put a bit of weight at the bottom of it, it's always handy to have some paper clips. If you decide that you don't want to make a paper helicopter, then it's about us going outside and finding things in the forest that will spin and twist. So we can twist ourselves, we can twist and move as if we're a helicopter. We can throw the leaves up and see how we can make them twist and swirl around us. If it's a windy day where you are, we can watch as the wind picks up the leaves and twists them around in a pattern. So thinking today about spirals, thinking today about the idea of helicopters, twisting and turning. I look forward to seeing you in the virtual classroom.
Hello, you can give them out, Duncan. Hey, there we are. We're back. We're just about to get our pens out, so everyone can help themselves to a pen, of course. And we're going to start doing our thinking now around what we're going to do in response to that brilliant film. So, guys, what were your ideas about how you're going to make your helicopter? How are you going to make it, you guys?
I don't really know.
Well, how many wings did you think you might put on yours?
I want to make the same parachute.
You're going to make another parachute?
Yeah.
Are you going to have the same one? Great.
We need to draw.
Yeah, sure, if you'd like to. So we're going to draw in what we call our floor book. And our floor book is where we write down all our ideas, our lists, our theories about how things are going to work. And so when we start to draw in here, it's about making sure we've got a plan. And when you've got a plan, you can organize yourself to get going on your inquiry. And if you don't get it finished in one day, you can always come back and add more things to your floor book or your learning journal or your memory book at any point in this journey. So we talked a little bit about wings, guys. Can I just ask you the numbers that you thought of? Remember we saw that thing and it had 6 wings. How many were you going to put on yours? You think we've got a theory that we're going to go for 5. What about yourself? What do you think? 6. We've got someone who's going to make a helicopter with 6. What are you thinking today? How many arms are you going to put on your helicopter to make it carry your character from Star Wars? You're going to go 4, going to go 6, going to go 22, 98. How many are you going to put on there?
7.
You're going for 7. Great number. What do you think?
Oh, I'm
What's
not
your plan?
making all that.
Oh, great.
I'm like making a T. Where putting one side down, putting one side down, like that. Then it all do that, and then draw up the extend.
Brilliant. See if you can draw me a diagram, and then that would help me to understand your plan. So we've talked about having a go at making something called a T, and we've got a very clear idea about that's going to spin. Hey, so we're going to test all these things out. Now, for you, wherever you're watching, and the top's going to go opposite ways. Okay, I understand. So Duncan, could you move over and give him a little bit of space so we can do his little bit of drawing just in that corner? That's it, perfect. So one of the things that you might want to do is to join in and have a go at some of these challenges at home. For those grown-ups who are watching this, what we're looking at here is the idea of rotation. We're now looking at the idea of wings and how they distribute the air and allow things to move in different ways. By going out for walks, it means we can observe the natural world and then take that as our inspiration for our inquiry. What you can do now is have a go at joining us in the Facebook groups. If you're in Scotland, of course, you're hopefully part of our larger project, which includes those pedagogical conversations later on in the day. If you'd like to come and join us, you've got to email us at outdoors@virtualnatureschool.scot, and then that way we'll be able to register you on the full program. Thanks to the Scottish Government for helping us to do this project. It's always brilliant to be able to connect to practitioners wherever you are in the world. And if you're in Scotland, certainly get in touch and join us in the full project. I'll look forward to seeing you later on and seeing some of your brilliant ideas. See you. Bye. Gonna say goodbye?
Bye.
We're gonna get on. See you.